Hey, y'all. Guess what we're doing? It's Thankful, Thriving Thursday. I'm walking. Why? Because I'm thankful I could freaking walk. Yo, some of you may or may not know I was paralyzed. They told me I would not walk again. And guess what? Look, feet are walking. Feet are walking. And I'm waking up grateful every freaking day. What? That the feet are walking. And I can actually get up off my butt and get this day going. So, hey, everybody, I'm so excited about today. Today is Thankful Thriving Thursday, and I have so much to be thankful for. And it's so crazy because I've been thinking about how, okay, some of you know I just recently went to get an RV, right? And I did all of the things. I paid for an inspector, and he was a really good, highly recommended inspector, and he did a top to bottom inspection of the RV. And, it seemed like everything was great. So I bought it. I'm out of state. I go to pick it up. And there's just, a few things. And then the few things began to feel like one thing after another, right? And then I was like, how many of you guys get all excited about a new purchase, and then whether it's a home or a used car or whatever, right? And then you find out all the little stuff, the little imperfections. And then you have to understand everybody leaves someplace for a reason. People give up their cars for a reason. So if you're buying something new or used, it's for a reason. And I know this, but in the end, what I believe is that we get to have these opportunities to help us decide how we're going to react and respond to stuff. And I'm like one of those people that in the 90 percentile, I stay high vibing. I stay riding that wave of amazingness. But let me tell you, I'm a human having a human experience, and I understand that I have to process emotions briefly. So let me tell you, on the drive home, there was some times where I stopped and I was like, that's it, I'm just going to cry. And when I was with Bestie, and me and her mom were walking, because when I went to drive her home in Maryland from New Orleans, and then because I had gone forward so quickly, I hadn't given myself time to express my disappointment and my sadness and the discouragement I experienced briefly with having the different things come up, because I knew I bought it with a generator that wasn't working. That was one of the things, but I didn't anticipate for the battery to be dead, the spare battery, and for the roof to leak, and there was all these other things. And it wasn't leaking then, but shoot, when we were in New Orleans, it was a torrential downpour for days. And I don't care what roof, unless you're at an angle, eventually the weight is going to drip through somewhere. All that water is going to find a way in somehow, because of course all the AC and the vents are up there and the skylights. So it's not uncommon, but it just wasn't what I was hoping or planning for. So we're going for the walk, and I just felt it. So when your body realizes it's safe, that's when it's going to let you express yourself. So once I knew I had stopped traveling, we had landed someplace where I could just exhale for a few minutes. That was it. All the emotions came up. I started crying, and I was like, don't worry, you guys, I'm just experiencing this briefly. And I let myself cry out all of the discouragement, the disappointment, because you have to give yourself permission to process the emotions. I don't care how, if you scream, you get mad, and I like to cry now. It's such a release. So it's fine. I'll just let myself cry for a while, and I just let the people know around me, I'm just moving this energy. It's just energy. We're moving. I'm getting it out so I don't have to have it in here stopping and blocking me from putting my smile back on my freaking face, right? So then I get clarity on that, and then I go back to doing what I know I should be doing, which is creating what I freaking want. So what did I begin doing then? Giving thanks and gratitude. I'm so grateful that my generator, it was so easy to get it fixed. I always find the right people. I'm so grateful that, shoot, it was so easy to get my roof fixed, and And let me tell you, so I had another RV and before COVID. And then when COVID hit, I got shut down like everybody else. And I ended up buying a little mobile home temporarily. Well, I still have it, but I never liked to be planted. I like to travel. So I bought a new RV so I could travel again. And now I forgot what I was even saying. Oh, well, I lost that topic. But I'm going back to this gratitude of, so I'm going through all this stuff and I'm coming home, right? And I'm giving thanks and gratitude for all the amazingness. Oh, the window tinting. That's where it comes back to. So in my other RV, it's huge, makes a huge difference if you tint the front windshield. For real, for real. All that freaking glare and the heat and the driving, yes, it makes a huge difference. So Trey's travel tips. Trey travel tip, tint your front windshield. Not only will it help with the UV rays, which are causing permanent damage to some people's eyes, and that's one of the few things that with your eyes it won't recover or heal UV ray damage. So it's beneficial to tint that front windshield. So we're out there in Maryland, and I was like, hey, there's some window tinting places because Bestie's helping me get my new battery. She's helping me call around because it's her place and helping me see if we could get some of this stuff fixed, right? So we found the battery place and there's a window tint place right next to it. And we had time, so I'm like, hey, let me see if they could do it. So then there are these crazy ladies who started off being kind of cool and seeming like they wanted to be super helpful. But then they start telling me that they can't guarantee the work because my RV won't fit in their space. And I know that when you get the windows tinted, if any bit of dust or anything gets in there, forget it. So I don't want my shit done outside. No, I'm paying for it. So I was like, no, thank you. So then I go to leave, and then the lady starts saying, well, you're not going to be able to find any place that fits your RV and blah, blah, blah. And I immediately shut that down. And I was like, thank you and goodbye. I said, because you know what I know? I always get what I want. And I've already gotten my RV tinted inside of a place that I know had space for it. So trust and believe that I will again get that done professionally in a spot that people will do it right and it'll fit. And where's that? I go, I'll just wait till I get home. I'm not in that big of a hurry. So sure enough, when I get home, I start making the calls. I had already called my son because my son, he's a freaking genius. He's like me. I love Adam. I love you so much. I'm going to tag his girlfriend and everybody on this video because he's freaking amazing. And they have Facebook. He doesn't have Facebook. So my son is a freaking genius. He's like me. He's a master mechanic. He's a master troubleshooting, problem-solving genius. Because I don't know about you guys, if you know, I could fix cars, I could fix houses, I could fix computers, I could fix phones, I could fix really anything. And he started off as a kid. I think he was like 6 or 7 years old. And then we had pagers, right? The little pagers. He started taking those apart and fixing them and putting them back together. He started getting little radios and walkie, anything, any little electronic devices. He would take them apart, put them back together. He was, of course, able to install stereos and all that in his early teens. He started, he was so cute when he was about maybe 9 or 10. He joined a little bike club, a lowrider bike club. And so he started building lowrider bikes. So he, and my husband at the time, he still is a welder. So then my son would design the style he wanted his bike to be shaped as, and he would reshape it. So one time he had my husband cut out like pieces of card, like a spade and a heart and a diamond and a thing. And he strategically had him weld it into the frame, and then he puttied it in and he, painted it. And if I could show you pictures of his bikes, they were amazing. This is a kid. This was before he was even in double digits, before he was even 10 years old. Freaking genius. So of course, by the time he was in high school, I had him in CEC, the Career Education Center, instead of a normal high school. And of course, he was taking auto body and all these other things. So then he just transferred it to cars. And of course, he has been fixing cars and all this stuff for forever. So I come home and my Nissan, some of you guys know I got this cute little Nissan Juke, and it's a standard, right? So I normally never leave my e-brake up, never. I normally always leave it in gear. But I just got a new system. And on this new system, guess what, you guys? I have auto start. So if you thought that you cannot have auto start because you have a standard, guess what? It's so fucking possible. Oops. See, I get so excited. It's so freaking possible. Anything you want is possible if you believe it. You'll find the person, and trust me, I had lots of people tell me no. And I kept going, I'm so grateful for the person who loves what he does. He loves the challenge and always says yes. So sure enough, I found one of the only three people in Colorado are able to do that or are willing to work on a standard car. Attract what you want, you guys. It's magnetic. It's the law. If you believe it, if you get excited about it, the law will bring it to you. It's the law of attraction. It will happen. So excited. Getting this stuff done. I come home. My son, genius, freaking genius. He fixed the generator, and trust me, Bestie found multiple mechanics came and looked at it. Multiple, there was a shop of a bunch of Mexicans. There was like 4 people looking at it. We went to another shop, and then this mechanic comes out, and not only does he go, yeah, I have my own RV like this, blah, blah, blah. Nope, he couldn't figure it out. Nothing. Come home, my genius son not only unlocks my car, because out here, well, and Denver's usually not so moist. And there's been so much moisture out here that when I left going back to the stereo system forces me to leave my car now in neutral with the e-brake up if I want to use auto start. So they go, just train yourself to start using your e-brake. So I used my e-brake before I left out of town, and I was gone for a little over a week, about a week and a half, and came back, and my Nissan was locked up. The e-brake had locked into place. My son ended up having to come and break it loose with a hammer. My back wheels were locked. So it was like in an hour and a half, probably, my son came and he unlocked my Nissan. He got into my generator, took it apart, found the fuel filter online, ordered a new the fuel pump. Ordered a new fuel pump for $15 online. We went and got the fuse and all this because it wasn't getting no electricity. And they kept going, oh, you got to get an electrician and you're going to have to do it. And my son's like, where the fuse was is so filled with dirt that the fuse wasn't even there, and you couldn't even tell that that's where the fuse was supposed to go. So it was so crazy. So my son, freaking genius. I'm so thankful for Adam. Today is my Thankful Thriving Thursday. Thanks to Adam, I'm thriving. Thanks to Adam, my little Annabelle. Annabelle's my RV. Annabelle's thriving. Her generator is going to be completely rebuilt tomorrow. He took the carburetor home and he rebuilt it. We had to make a gasket for the carburetor. So with my precision and detail-oriented self, I got that freaking filter. So he's already rebuilding the carburetor. Shoot, it's like I'm going to have a brand new generator for probably less than $100. So I'm going to pay my son well because he saved me thousands of dollars. And my roof is leaking, so he's already going to get the stuff and we're going to have that done. So let me tell you, give thanks and gratitude for the support. But more importantly, you have to ask for the help. Ask for the help. I called him immediately. Son, and thankfully, he loves his mama. And he came and rescued his mama. And now Mama's thriving. She's so thankful for her baby Adam. So you guys, remember, life is happening to all of us. Unexpected things will continue to happen no matter what. The only opportunities we have is to give thanks and gratitude for how we get to navigate to the next place. So with that being said, I've been on my walk, you guys. I'm preparing for an amazing event I'm going to August 17th out in Atlanta, the Global Women Warriors, and we are leveling up out there. So you guys, we're going to do a 5K in addition to a celebrity golf tournament. We are turning it up. So if you want to come for the celebrity golf tournament, if you want to come for the 12K walk, if you want to come to level up with the Global Women Warriors, we'd love to have you out in Atlanta, August 17th. If you want information, hook me up. So I had to go for my walk because I'm going to be walking. I'm hitting and quit it. I'm thriving. I'm going to keep going. Look at this is the RV. I'm back home. There she is. Going to finish. I'm going to go I have my appointment to get the windows tinted, and then we're going to go get the roof done and the generator rebuilt. Woo! I love my life. Okay, Trey Urban here signing off, you guys. Until I see you next time, blessings on your day.